Hello and welcome to this video series on how to do serverless with Knative. Knative allows you to deploy any of your modern application workloads on top of Kubernetes and run them in serverless way. Knative also introduced a simpler programming model on how to build and deploy Kubernetes services. Red Hat OpenShift Serverless is the Red Hat supported version of Knative that allows you to build and deploy serverless event-driven application on top of Red Hat OpenShift. In an earlier video of this series, we saw how to deploy your serverless application. Whenever you deploy a serverless application, Knative Serving creates four types of resources. A service, which manages the lifecycle of your application workload, typically a Kubernetes deployment. A route, which gives you a network endpoint through which you can access and invoke the service. A configuration, which maintains the state of the application based on 12-factor application principles. And finally, a revision, which is nothing but a point-in-time snapshot of code and configuration. Any changes to the configuration is going to trigger a new revision. By default, Knative sends all the traffic to the latest revision. Revision also allows you to roll back into last known good configuration of the service at any given point of time. As part of the earlier video of the series, we saw how to control and distribute the traffic among Knative service revisions. As part of the same exercise, we also saw how to apply the blue-green deployment pattern. In this video, we will see how to apply the Canary deployment pattern to the same color service. As you see, I already have two revisions of the color service deployed. The one blue-green Canary BDSRL2, which right now has 100% of the traffic, is the latest one that shows a green color browser page with the greeting text Namaste. I also have another revision, blue-green Canary 00001, which is the first revision that got deployed, which is not active anymore, which shows a blue color browser page with the greeting text hello. If you're not familiar with how to deploy multiple revisions of Knative service, please check the description section of this video for an earlier video of the series, which shows how to do that. As part of our Canary deployment, we are going to make the latest revision, blue-green Canary BDSRL2, to receive only 20% of the traffic and route the rest 80% to the earlier revision, blue-green Canary 00001. To do that, let's click Set Traffic Distribution. As you see, the latest revision is having 100%. Instead of 100, we are just going to make it 20 and call this as green for easier identification. And then add one more revision, which is going to take 80%, which will be our blue one. And we should see only one revision, that is the earlier revision here. Grab that one and then click Save. And you should see the console showing us the traffic distribution among these revisions. To see that in action, let's go and refresh the browser. As you wait for the pods to come up, you'll see both the pods will be coming up to serve the request. We see blue coming up first as it takes 80% of the request, and it will take some time for green to come up and serve your request. And as you see that we are receiving lots of requests to blue because it carries 80% of the traffic, and you should see green coming up anytime to serve your request. There we go. Green comes up right now to serve your request that's changed to green. Again, it flips back to blue because blue takes more traffic. And that's how we can do easy traffic management with Knative and apply patterns such as Canary deployment. In the next episode of this series, we will see how to make your Knative service respond to sudden request spikes.